waiting camp. I mean, you'd think you're going to be getting this lovely food and then a possum would arrive. But that wasn't so bad, I guess. I mean, nothing was the worst. Nothing had flavour. Like, nothing. We had no salt. There was nothing like that. And it just kind of tasted like mush all the time. And like, after a while, you're just like, oh. And you're kind of just eating because you know that you're so hungry. And you have to eat. So I'm trying to look at the questions. It didn't come across the girl next door. I'm not a girl next door. So that's fine. Will I do Christmas in Howth? No, I'm not in Howth for Christmas, unfortunately. Hi, Izzy and Molly. Favourite trial that I did. I kind of loved doing the snakes because I felt like I really overcame a fear when I was doing that. But obviously I loved the what's it called? Wrecking Balls of Rage. It was so fun. Why were my eyes so swollen? Because I was really tired. I am allowed to watch my time in the jungle. Spenny is back. I don't know when he's going to finish his triathlon, and he's obviously in Antarctica, so I don't know how long it will take him to get back there. Hopefully at the weekend he'll be back. My knee is fine. Thank you for all your love about the knee. I would have loved to have done the cyclone. It's such a cool thing. That is right up my street. The Dunny's pretty bad, but Dunny duty isn't as bad as I thought it would be. After a while, you're kind of hoping that you'll get Dunny duty because it's the easiest job because you only do it twice a day. Whereas the water is like, it's relentless. You're constantly going down and picking it up, and you're constantly boiling it and putting it. That was the worst job, I thought. Best part about being in there was just the experience. It was so weird to walk in. The first 2 days, I was like, this doesn't feel real. It's so bizarre to be on this, and it because it essentially is a set. But yeah, it was really, really just cool to get to be a part of that show. Okay, let me look at some of these questions that I had. To see. So we never know the time. You never know what time it is. You're always trying to figure it out. You never know what you're going to be doing. You never know where you're going. So you kind of get a towel put over your head so you can't see anything. You don't know which trial you're going to, which way you're walking in, which was kind of wild. A lot of people were asking about my jewellery and why I was allowed to have jewellery in camp. It wasn't that it was just me that was allowed to have jewellery in camp. Everybody was allowed to have jewellery in camp. I just chose to wear it in because I love wearing lots of jewellery. So I wore stuff that if I did lose it, it wasn't sentimental or anything like that. So I didn't really mind doing that. I did see it wasn't sentimental or anything like that. So I didn't really mind. It was so funny. I have met everyone's family downstairs, and I am going to see them this morning as well. Let me see what I've got here. Sorry, when people say they'll stay in touch with campmates, do they actually? I got that question. Of course you want to stay in touch. I think that we're going to have a WhatsApp group, but I always say this, like, when you've got like you've got a job and you've got all your own friends as well, I kind of mind my own business, but I don't think so. I certainly didn't see anything in there. Okay, let's see. Favorite campmate, Tom. I went in with Tom, so I love Tom, and he's such a brilliant guy, and I just hope that I'd love Tom to win, to be honest with you, but I don't know how the voting is going. My kids want Ginge to win, which I found really funny because when I came out, they were like, "Oh, we want you to win." I was like, "Well, I'm not going to win now. So who do you want to win?" And then they loved Ginge. Who took? Okay, was this harder than Bear Grylls? I think it was a lot harder for me because I didn't have kids or family when I did Bear Grylls, and so I just was able to throw myself into that a lot more, and that was like I enjoyed all the challenges of that, but I did find the jungle pretty difficult because of the hunger, the constant hunger, and yeah, the jungle was a lot harder than I thought it would be. I didn't think it was going to be as hard as that. I did lose weight. I lost 3.5 kilos, and I think I've put on 1.5 kilos since I've gone out. I never lose weight. I always stick at the same weight. So that will just show you how much we were starving for food. Who were looking after the kids while Spenny and I were away? So first 2 weeks, Spenny's parents, currently my parents, and then Auntie Gina's going to go up for a night at the weekend to see them. What time did we get dinner? We worked out that we got dinner at around 8 p.m. And so by the time you cooked it and got to bed, you were just wrecked. I didn't miss training because we did little bits and bobs of training when we were in there, and it was all kind of like a workout anyway. The water tastes absolutely disgusting because it's boiled and it's hot a lot of the time, like hot, not warm, hot. And it kind of tastes like silty and smoky. I kind of answered them. H and Ginge are really, really good friends. They know each other from home. I would have loved that. I would have loved to have had a friend from home. I'd say that was really, really nice. Let me see. Okay. What products was I allowed to bring in? Nothing. So they give you like a mini deodorant, toothpaste, a toothbrush. There's shampoo at the shower. We did have dish soap, by the way, and for washing the dishes. So we did have that. Who'd have the best laugh in the jungle? I think everyone separately. I think towards the end, I was having a really good laugh with H. Lisa was always like bouncing around the place. Ruby's hilarious. And I'm going to have to go soon because I'm a Celeb's going to be on. I'm going to miss it because I can't see it because I'm not there. But I will get the link. What am I most looking forward to doing when I get home? I'm most looking forward to obviously seeing my friends and family. I can't wait. And I've worked it out that I haven't got too much work on when I get back. So it's really, really good. I am still in Australia. I have to stay here till the show finishes. So I will be going home straight after that. Who do I think is going to win I'm a Celebrity? Who I would love for Tom to have a chance because I think that he is such a really great, lovely guy. I think the likelihood is probably Ginge or H. I've answered that. Let me see. Okay. Did I steal anything for the jungle? No, I didn't. You kind of just want to leave it all behind. I'm not even going to take my boots or anything home. I never want to wear them again. Who do I think is going out tonight? I think Martin might go tonight. And I think Martin will be delighted to go. And I think Martin's wife will be delighted that he's going to go. I kind of have an order in which I think people will go. I think it will be Martin. I think then it will be Shona. Then I think it will be Lisa. Then Tom. And then I think finalists will be Ruby, H and Ginge. I haven't spoken to Spenny yet because he's still in the middle of a challenge, so I'm getting updates at the moment. He's doing the cycle. Tom and Ruby did share a toothbrush. I witnessed it with my own eyes. Let me just see. Okay. I'll finish these off now because I know you're all going to go watch I'm a Celeb anyway. You've kind of asked me loads of really good stuff. First thing I want to do now that I'm out, like I just want to go and have nice food. Did I get my vitamins in there? I did. I've no regrets about going into the jungle. I think it was a really, really fun time. I wish I probably could have stayed a little bit longer, but like I'm not annoyed that I didn't either. And yeah, I just had a really, really great time. How can I judge who's most popular from the outside? You can kind of tell by I was kind of guessing by the stories that we were telling in the BT Telegraph. And because H and Ginge were voted for a lot of trials and they have a really, really big following, so we could kind of tell from that. First thing I said that already. Who was like the tallest in there? I wasn't the tallest. Ginge is really tall, and my manager was like, "Is H small?" I was like, "H isn't small. H is quite tall." So I wasn't the tallest. Martin's very tall as well. I forgot about Jack, where he would come in the order. Jack is... Oh, God, I really loved Jack as well. Jack is such a solid, cool guy. He will probably go out after... Jack could be close to the... He could be a runner-up now. He could be in the semi-finals, actually, when I think about it. Any more contraband? I don't think so. The contraband felt a bit pointless to me because it was such minimal amounts of salt. But now, in fairness, I did like the lavender spray was pretty good. Favorite memory from I'm a Celeb. Like, I loved the evenings when we all kind of just sat down and we were chatting to each other. Like, it was just really nice and calm and relaxed, and you've got like 12 hours before you're going to be dragged to a trial. So I really enjoyed the evenings. Any campmates I didn't like? No. And I think that was really lucky, because there's a lot of friction, and I'm sure I've heard Celeb All Stars, there was quite a bit of friction, so that's out I think at Easter, but there just wasn't. And I think that made the time in the jungle a lot easier, because there'd be nothing worse than being stuck. It's a very small space to be stuck there, and there'd be friction, so there was no one I didn't like. I got questions about if Ireland could vote, do you think you'd still be in? You actually just can't tell. You don't know. So I think that, like, I think nobody wanted to go out first, and I think that was the big thing for everyone in camp. And once that was over, everyone was like, okay, it could be okay. Do I think Tom could win? I'd love if Tom would win, because he's such a lovely guy, but I guess everyone deserves it. They've all done their time in there.
Hopefully you have listened to her during her jungle life.